Episode 7. Who is a smart money woman?
It's a go. Yes, and not only that, they want you to start putting things together immediately.
Thank you so much, sir. I didn't know what to expect. Yes, sir.
Oh, also, I have asked the HR department and our lawyers to draft up a new contract with regards to your, benefits, profits, as stated in your proposal.
Yes, sir.
And don't forget, like you yourself said, if this works, you make a lot of money.
Episode 7, the final episode of The Smart Money Woman, opens with Zuri's boss letting her know that the project she pitched has been approved. Then the craziest thing happens. He tells her HR and the lawyers are working on a new contract for her that will factor in a higher salary and benefits because of the increased profits likely to be realized from her project. How is this not peak capitalist propaganda? Since when do workers share in the profit generated? What stood out for me about this new contract thing is it sounds like the revised salary and benefits package is just for her, not the rest of the workers who will work with her, under her to bring the project to fruition. We live in a society that places too much value on the idea and too little on the execution. It may be Zuri's idea, but the reason it will work is because of the workers who will actualize it. Zuri gets a pay bump, and they don't, because of our obsession with ideas and who got them, as if there's anything new under the sun. I really hate that, how she's the only one who gets a new deal, so the rest of the workers will essentially work to make her and the company richer, but not themselves. It's also just interesting to me how work propaganda is further injected in this. This is the final episode, so we're tying up loose ends, resolving all the plot points, and so on. When this entire thing started, Zuri was a subpar worker who did her job and nothing more, and her life was in chaos. Now, she's the kind of person who goes above and beyond, works late, thinks about ways to grow the company's profits, and now has her life together. The implication being that becoming a more productive worker for the man will somehow make your life better. Remnants of that Protestant work ethic, this obsession with working hard at your job and it somehow making you a better person. Fuck that slavery shit.
Okay. So, how was Rwanda? I missed you.
I missed you too, babe. I was pleasantly surprised with how everything went so smoothly. The negotiations went without a scratch.
Mm-hmm. And did you have fun?
Fun? Of course not. You weren't there. By the way, I'm planning a mini vacation for our next trip. Me and you.
Okay, that'll be fun.
Look, I'm really proud of you. The speed at which it was greenlit says a lot about your thought process.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jesus Christ. Shola and Zuri's non-existent chemistry is killing me. Like he just isn't bringing it. I'm starting to think his poor performance is deliberate. Sort of like how celebrities sometimes do press tours because they're being forced to, and so they do the bare minimum. Like that whole Don't Worry Darling cast. I think Shola is deliberately doing a poor job in protest. I'm gonna have to look this up, but there's no way people can just have zero chemistry like this when the man has a beard. A beard! No way. I refuse. No way this is naturally occurring.
By the way, where are we in your outstanding debts?
Yes, so...
Don't beat yourself up, okay? We all gotta start from somewhere.
Thank you. So, I've cleared out all of my debts, and guess what?
What?
I am going to start an investment portfolio. I've been speaking to the people of the FBN Quest, and they have been so patient with me, especially since it's not so hard as I thought.
Well, we'll make a millionaire of you yet.
Indeed, indeed. Cheers.
They're on a date, and I'm just like, man, stop it now. Then he asked her about her outstanding debt, and I was just out. Like, I'm done with y'all. I want to root for you, but y'all make it so damn hard. Anyway, at least he takes her out to celebrate that work win. That's something. Then he says to her, "We'll make a millionaire of you yet." And I was just out. Again, I hate that this is now the goal. That this is what constitutes financial security and the pinnacle of financial acumen and responsibility. I thought all the show wanted to teach us was financial responsibility so we'd be able to meet our needs, survive job losses, and weather other storms of life. Now we're supposed to aim at the millionaire's son to hopefully reach the financial security moon? Why the fuck is this the goal? It's so fucking nuts. Recently, Kenya's senior economist and economic advisor to the president, or some lofty BS title like that, declared that they want to make an economy where anyone can become a millionaire. Bitch, why is this the goal? I mean, for individuals, I get it. You want to be able to survive this brutal system in which your bank balance determines your value. Okay, but when the government says this, I'm just like, bitch, your job is to make it so that it's not a brutal system in which we're barely surviving. That's your job. I digress, but I hate that that's the goal in both private and public life. This barely achievable goal that should not even be a goal in any sober society. Down with capitalism and viva la revolution.
And I am thinking about getting a new car because this Uber life is just not for me.
Really? What car are you thinking about?
I am thinking about getting a Benz. Kind of like my old car, but of a newer model. And if that doesn't work, maybe a Beamer like Lara's.
Really? A Beamer or a Benz?
Yes.
That's what you're thinking about getting? That's your plan?
That's my plan because with my proposed increased earnings from the new unit, I'm able to get... What?
Zuri, isn't that a bit silly?
I'm sorry?
You just got yourself out of a financial hole and you're willing to go back in there.
Wait, so I shouldn't get a car?
A car, yes. But a Beamer or a Benz. Do you even know what it takes to maintain a luxury car?
I bet you can't wait to tell me, since you think I'm an idiot.
I did not say that. Look, a car is a depreciating asset. And you need to...
Seriously? Shall I seriously? A lecture? You know what? I'm not stupid. Nor am I a child. You know what? I don't need this from you. Okay? I'm glad to know that this is what you think of me.
Look, I did not...
Because of the way that you met me, you think that I'm just some silly, impulsive spender.
That's not true, and that's not what I said.
You claim that you brought me here to congratulate me. Then do that. Or do I need to get up and get out of here?
This is shaping up to be my favorite scene of theirs so far. Zuri says she wants to buy a new car, a Mercedes or a BMW like Lara's because her salary is going up and whatnot. Then Shola opens his mouth and with his entire chest says, "Don't you think that's silly?" Friends, and that's how he died. That's how we lost this nigga. Shit. Then he asks her, "Do you even know what it takes to maintain a luxury car?" Me, I'm there hollering, loving the chaos. I like how pissed she gets. How she drinks up that wine, then slams the glass on the table. Winning, baby. Hey, Viva. This is by far the best scene. Next time I think about how much they suck, I'll come back to this scene.
You know I love you, babe.
Whatever.
Just tell me what you want.
Soji, I want more than this. But there's Adesuwa.
Stop it now. Stop it now. I've told you, don't be saying her name around us. Don't let her taint our love. Chinasa, you are the best thing that ever happened to me.
Soji, please stop.
Oh. Okay, listen. Has there been any time where you asked me to do something or be somewhere and I didn't do it? You see? You, babe, just tell me what you want. And if it's in my power, it's done. Forget Adesuwa. Don't mention that name again, ma.
But you said you'd do anything.
So tell me, what do you? This is more.
Soji, that's it. Soji does it. Soji, the face of trash husbands everywhere, is back. He's with some other chick, not his doormat wife, telling the girl how he loves her and how he doesn't love his wife. Oh my god. Soji's side piece is Chinasa. Chinasa of Auntie Lara. That Chinasa. Yo. Wonders.
Hi guys. Hello Chinasa. How are you?
Auntie Lara. I'm fine, thank you. It's Lagos. We're all hustling. Huh? Your outfit is fabulous. Always a person.
Just Lara will do. And thank you.
But I cannot call you Lara like that, Auntie. Like my name? No.
Aren't you hilarious?
This girl knows his wife. There's a part of me that expects the women cheating with married men to be smarter than their wives, but it just doesn't turn out that way. Now this dumb Chinasa is out here telling Soji how she wants more from him. More from a deadbeat? Grow up, Janine. Anyway, Soji tells Chinasa that he'd do anything for her, and she then whispers something to him. Immediately, we cut to Adesuwa, his doormat wife, who finds out while she's out shopping that she ain't got no money in the bank.
Ma, it's declined.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma.
I'm sure I have some money in there. Please, try it again.
Ma, it's declined.
Again?
Yes, ma. Maybe you can try to use the ATM. It's outside there.
No.
I was just embarrassed at the supermarket. I need to buy groceries for my family.
So sorry about that, ma. I'll just look through your account now.
Please.
Ma, there seems to be another signatory in your account. Is that correct?
Yes. So?
May I know who the other signatory is, please?
No. Why?
Well, he came in yesterday and requested all the old money be moved to another account.
Soji? Soji? Where's my husband?
Madam, Oga travel.
What?
After you left this morning, I saw Oga with 2 suitcases and he's traveling.
Travel?
Yes.
Eh?
Madam, didn't you know? Madam.
She rushes to the bank to complain and is told that the other signatory to the account has withdrawn the cash. She ain't got no money in the bank. She rushes home to find that Soji has packed his clothes and is gone. So much about these two sins pisses me off. The implication that it was the woman, Chinasa, who led the man, Soji, astray by encouraging him to steal from his wife? Fuck that sexist shit. Soji is a full-grown motherfucker and he's the one who's married to Adesuwa. He's the one who made promises to her, the one who owes her everything. And I want to make it look like it was that Jezebel Chinasa who told him to steal from his wife and kid? Fuck this sexist shit. Soji is trash. Throughout their entire relationship, he refused to have checks and balances placed on that account. And now we're going to blame the woman? Fuck all of you? And your bullshit.
I can't believe he carted all of your money away. All? He didn't even leave anything for his son.
And you people say that this thing is not a crime. Come on now. He was a signatory.
That is why you guys should have had a joint account that calls for the both of you to sign if you ever had to withdraw money.
I did, Lara. I suggested it. And when I did, he flipped. Ugh. He said I didn't trust him.
Cute.
But guys, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I was a good wife. I was kind. I was loving. I was supportive. I supported his dreams. Even the ones I didn't understand. I kept up a united front every time. Even when his mother was mean to me.
That's why it's not your fault. Stop it. It is not your fault.
Adesuwa calls her girls. She's out there crying, talking about, what did I do wrong? I was a good wife. What did you do wrong? 1, you got married. 2, you got married to Soji. 3, you had a joint account with him. 4, you were a good wife. Never be a wife. Be a partner or be nothing. I can't with this woman. I maintain it's something about marriage and sperm that just fucks with your brain. Brief note from my editing self. I get that I've been pretty harsh in my judgment over this one, and I'm so sorry for anyone who feels personally attacked. I swear, that's not the intention. It's just so frustrating to keep seeing these stories about women. So infuriating to know that women get abused like this, and this is not blaming the victim. The abuser is always at fault. This is just my frustration being unleashed. That's it. Okay.
What are the laws for joint accounts? Can we sue? Freak, Adesuwa, how could you be so foolish? You know the husband you married, you know him, and you know yourself. Having a joint account with him was such a terrible idea. And you are a lawyer, a bloody good one.
Lara, what is it now? Is it now that you want to talk like this? Please, we're here to comfort her.
Okay, you feel free to comfort her. Maybe it's comfort we're going to eat. I'm trying to figure out how we get her money back.
I know, but
I feel so ashamed.
To hell with shame. He's the thief, and I will be damned if you're the one who feels ashamed. How are we getting your money back?
I was not enough.
Are you kidding me? Don't ever let me hear you say that. I am so tired of this society. If you are not married, then there's something wrong with you. If you are married and he beats you, or he cheats on you, or he just does whatever the hell he wants, then there's still something wrong with you. Madness. And you're telling me that we're not mad?
Really not funny. It's not fair.
Please. Don't stop crying. Stop crying. Stop crying. Stop crying. It's not fair.
I love how Lara just comes clear and she's like, for God, Adesuwa, how could you be so foolish? You know the husband you married. You know him and you know yourself. I love this girl. I could not possibly love Lara more than I love her right now. Damn. Woman crush baby. I still don't respect her for the whole married man thing, but damn. Feelings are complicated, I guess. Lakini men are trash. That motherfucker stole all the money, leaving nothing, even for his own kid. Shit. Me, I don't feel sorry for her. Not even for a minute. In fact, her tears are just amusing to me. I know I should feel bad, but I don't. Shidako, babe. Like, I'm not happy, but my emotions are not engaged. Nah. I want to be sad for you, but you're so dumb. You're so fucking stupid. I can't. I'm thinking about how Adesuwa spent all that time covering for her husband, pretending he was the sole breadwinner or some shit. You wonder why men and women pretend in this way, but then when you see how the show frames being broke as a thing of shame, you get it. This will never change as long as we frame being broke or poor as some kind of moral failing. As long as not having money is a moral failing, people will do everything they can to look like they have it. And the women who allegedly love broke men will stand right there and support it. This show, for all its financial talk, has done zero to help on that front.
Mom, so let me just make sure that I understand. The money that I gave Yemi for his school fees, he took it and gave it to somebody else for football. Is that it?
Yes. That is it.
Sister Lara, the guy seems legit.
You were swindled of my money. money that I bled for you. You're in your final year, Amy. Your final year.
Please.
You are wicked. You are wicked. Because since you don't care about anybody but yourself, I'm going to make sure that I don't care about you.
Sister Lara, you can't do that to us.
What you've effectively done is stolen from me. You took money from me under false pretenses. So you stole from me.
Please, I'm on my knees. Forgive him. Please. Lara.
You don't respect me. You don't care about the consequences of your actions. Abi? Mommy?
Please.
Joe. Please take your son and get out of my house.
Please. Won't you take this, please? The guy seemed legit. He said everything would...
Mom.
Please, Lara, please.
Please take your son and get out of my house.
Lara, don't do this to us. Please.
Mommy. Please take your son and get out of my house. I don't want to disrespect you. Get out of my house. Get out! Get out! Get out!
Lara's dysfunctional family. Oh God, Lara's family is back. I hate it. I hate them. I hate how the writers are choosing to tell this story. The entire show, every single character feels like a placeholder, an archetype. Zuri is the one with a good job but is broke for a variety of reasons, largely conspicuous consumption. Ladun, my primary crush, is a housewife married to a rich man who has never worked a day in her life. Adesuwa is a woman who is the primary breadwinner, married to a loser guy. Tami is the rich kid, living off of her dad and the men who are into her. Shola is the rich guy who has his shit together, who can help you get your own shit together. And Lara, my second crush, is the one who has a family that's leeching off her. The worst way to write black tax in Africa, where majority of the population is just plain poor and dependent on the support of others to survive. I hate the writers for this, for using Lara like this. This time, her brother took school fees and gave it to some guy who was promising to get him into the Nigerian national football team. She's understandably pissed, calling him wicked, saying he stole from her. She's right. I don't want to make excuses for this kid. He's dumb as fuck. It was his final year in university. All he had to do was just power through the final year and not lose the school fee. But, hear me out. A kid like that, you don't give him the school fees. You deposit it yourself. You separate him from temptation as much as you humanly can. Now Lara's mother is kneeling again. These people are abusive. They just are. Lara is the goat of this show. She cried, legit, in ways the others didn't. Plus, her emotions move me, even when I don't agree. She's fucking great.
Look, baby, that wasn't my intention.
It was how you said it.
Okay.
It made me feel like you were judging me. It made me feel like you thought of me as being silly or ditzy or something. Like,
Look, I don't think that. I have immense respect for you.
It didn't seem that.
What is true? And look, I'm very sorry for making you feel that way. I do not think you're stupid. Far from it. I think you're smart. I think you're funny. And I think you're beautiful.
Okay.
Always said I love you.
I love you too. Shola Primo.
Takes you one step to be who you want to be and shine and shine intentionally woman.
Zuri and Shola. Something's going on with me because, when Shola went to Zuri's office to apologize to her, my first thought was, and I swear to God this is true and potentially indicative of other things going on with me, but my first thought was, quote, Zuri has the best ass. You can't not look at it when it's on screen. It's hot, end quote. I mean, even in this flowy, shapeless dress, her ass is still fire. I stand a good ass. That Shola talks like he's presenting the news. There's just no emotion. Even when he's apologizing and flirting, it's just not emotionally gripping There's just zero emotion in his voice. This guy's missing it. It's like he can't do that jazz thing where you riff off your partner. Zuri's voice changes with the emotion she's delivering. I'm like, just copy what she's doing, dude. Anywho, I liked the whole apology thing. It was sweet. The shot was nice. And they're kind of hot. Oh, fuck. Maybe I just need to grab one out at this point. Get some post-nap clarity so I can move on from checking everyone out. What is this script? Who wrote this?
By the way, congrats. I saw your plaque on your door. Big shots.
Thank you. I'm very giddy about it.
I'm sure. Also, I have something else to say. I want to talk to you.
What's this?
She brightens up the atmosphere with everything she does.
Are these tickets to South Africa? With our names on it?
I should definitely hope so.
He got her tickets to South Africa for a vacation she said she'd always wanted to go for. That was so sweet. The lesson here is clear. Get you a man who can apologize with a vacation to another country. I guess no cookie for broke man. Come with airline tickets, then we can talk.
Zuri, you won't believe what I'm seeing on Instagram.
What? What is it? Go all the blogs. Just check Instablog. That stupid Soji absconded with Chinasa.
Wait, what?
High-flying lawyer gets done for side. Soji and Chinasa. I swear, Zuri, this thing is paining me.
That damn fool. You know what? I'm not even surprised, but Chinasa? That stupid girl. You know, I knew that there was something low-key shady about that girl.
Who are Adesuwa? Like, she doesn't deserve this nonsense. Wait. What was this one I'm seeing?
Lagos billionaire arrests Soji? What? I think I just saw what you saw. Oh my goodness, this is a mess.
So, in summary, that Chinasa was also dating a billionaire. So what? That makes Soji what? A side cocker. Because I go call that one.
Adesuwa drama. What is out on the blogs about Soji leaving his high-power lawyer wife for Chinasa and running away with all her cash? The way Tami relays the news to Zuri, what? She's so fucking good. Her voice shakes and you can feel her rage. I have to say, I think Tami's also a great performer. There, it's not just the ones I'm crashing on or checking out who are doing a good job. I can be objective. She says Soji absconded with Chinasa. Absconded is such a funny word for this.
Yes. You're what?
See, she's my daughter-in-law, is she?
Mama, what do you want?
My dear, I've been calling you. But your security has refused to allow me enter.
I know. I asked him not to let your son in, and I'm so glad he understands that that includes you.
What are you saying?
Are you serious? What do you want?
Just take it easy, eh? I came to ask for your help. See, your husband was arrested, I think, about 2 days ago.
I'm aware. And?
What's his aunt? Won't you come and bail him?
Mama. And that's for want of a better way to address you. With all due respect. I see where Soji gets his madness from.
Eh?
What do you mean, eh? You are aware that your son left you on his own free will, right?
Yes,
You are also aware that he didn't leave empty-handed. He cleared my account.
My daughter, let's talk about this later. Please,
No! First of all, I am not your daughter. You made that very clear. Secondly, there's no later.
Adesuwa, I know Soji has offended you.
Madam, don't let me call the rest of the SS security for you. Your son left with all my money. Money I was meant to use to take care of him, his stupid self, and your grandchild. And you were not even concerned.
I was.
Oh, really? How many times did I call you? How many of my phone calls or text messages did you respond to? Oh, now that he has gone to disgrace himself, a married man fighting in public with another man over a small girl, you are not... Madam, leave. Please. Now. Oh, I swear what I will do to you.
Adesuwa. Wait, she's my daughter-in-law. Adesuwa.
Adesuwa finally grows some kind of backbone and kicks her mother-in-law out when she comes to beg Adesuwa to go and bail Soji out, who's languishing in some jail cell. What is with this kneeling thing in Nigeria? Soji's mother also kneels before Adesuwa as she's begging her to go bail out Soji. Must be a cultural thing I'm missing. Thank God that's not a thing here. It's just unadulterated abusive behavior. 3 months later.
I still can't believe how far we've come.
I was figuring out how to move my family into a face-to-face.
Exaggerator of life. But I guess moving out of a duplex in Ikoyi into a very nice apartment in Shongotedo must feel like face me and face you to you.
Okay, guys, don't remind me. Like, I'm actually grateful. I mean, who wants to live in Ikoyi when you're living on this and you don't even know it? Right? It's true now. It's true. I'm happy that bubble burst when it did, because think about this. What if I had sent my children to school in the UK and then I had to drag them back here because of this?
That would have been so tragic. And to all of us, we live to fight another day.
Yeah.
But know this, I'm so proud that we support each other always through our obstacles, our struggles, and financial woes.
With all of y'all, I'm good. I've always been good. I'm okay.
But through it all, you ladies are my smart money tribe.
The girls are hanging out, sharing stories about how far they've come. Like, these girls have problems I could never relate to. Ladun, my main crush, housewife and professional shopper extraordinaire, is talking about how they moved from the wealthiest neighborhood in Ikoyi to some not as rich but rich neighborhood, and how glad she is the bubble burst when it did. She says, imagine if she had sent her children to school in the UK, then it burst, and she was forced to bring them back. Just imagine that. Imagine that. So relatable. Lara, my girl, says, that would have been so tragic. With the straightest face I've ever seen. Can they give this girl her award already? Damn.
That would have been so tragic.
Zuri is a junior VP now, or something. I don't care. I'm done keeping track of their wins. Zuri calls her girls her smart money tribe. That is the worst thing you could call a friend group. Smart Money Tribe? I can't. Before we say goodbye to the Smart Money Tribe for good, let's talk about that final monologue defining what a smart money woman is.
Who is the smart money woman?
Ma, it's 30,000.
She's none of us, and she's all of us. But she's the woman we should all aspire to be financially. She is the combination of the best parts of African women I respect. She has an entrepreneurial mind. She sits on several boards. She's a pioneer of industry. She creates jobs. She's financially fearless. She's a woman whose hustle has purpose and has learned how to make money, keep money, and grow money. She's a master of her craft. She lives by her own playbook and is in the top 10% of her industry. Ultimately, her net worth is more important than her wardrobe.
Quote, who is the smart money woman? She's none of us and she's all of us, but she's a woman we should all aspire to be financially. She's a combination of the best parts of African women I respect. She has an entrepreneurial mind. She sits on several boards. She's a pioneer of industry. She creates jobs. She is financially fearless. She's a woman whose hustle has purpose and has learned how to make money, keep money, and grow money. She's a master of her craft. She lives by her own playbook and is in the top 10% of her industry. Ultimately, her net worth is more important than her wardrobe. End quote. There's a lot to unpack here. The contempt in that final statement. Ultimately, her net worth is more important than her wardrobe. The utter unattainability of the entire thing. The smart money woman is in the top 10% of her industry and sits on multiple boards. How many women can this be? But I think the most critical thing for me is how shallow, how superficial, how simplistic, how basic, how pathetic it all really is. You have here all these tips and guidelines and rules about money and nothing, not one thing about your character, about living with other people, about being a good neighbor, a good friend, a good partner, a fucking generous person with all this wealth in a society in which too many people are suffering. It's just money, money, money. They call their friend group a smart money tribe. How sad is that? Nothing about how they love and support each other and are there for each other, all of which they are. Just about how smart they are when it comes to money. What a damn shame. How fucking sad. These wonderful friends who are smart and funny and there for each other and hot, reduced to some one-dimensional smart money tribe. Miss me with that shit. When people talk about me, the very last thing that should go on that list is how good I am at making and keeping money. It's a million things that should go before that. Regardless of what it looks like, I enjoyed the show. I've watched it multiple times. I just think it's overflowing with dangerous pro-capitalist sentiments that prioritize individualism over communal good. It reduces the individual to their bank balance and nothing more. I mean, Zuri and Shola are basically a client and her financial advisor who occasionally go on dates and fuck. It's more to life than accumulating wealth. And if you're trying to accumulate wealth in order to survive this brutal capitalist society, say that. Don't make it look like you're some morally upstanding person. Also, recognize that our collective problems cannot be solved individually. And whatever is making life so damn brutal is our collective problem. Viva la revolution. Season 2 should apparently be coming through at some point, but I don't see it happening. I'm sure Nigerians massacred it beyond resuscitation, as they should have. All the same, seeing the girls is always a pleasure, especially Ladun and Lara. Can somebody give Lara her award already? Damn! Fine girl, Lolly. And add that on the show. Thanks for coming on this journey with me of reviewing the show. It was really cool. So much fun. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Yeah. Until next time, guys. Remember who you are. Love life. Love people. stay lunatic. Bye.